Hello everyone, welcome to this tutorial. As you know, many seed companies still rely on manual methods for their farm operations, leading to inaccurate crop growth monitoring, gaps in pest and disease surveillance, lack of real-time monitoring, poor resource allocation, communication challenges, and more, resulting in data inaccuracies and losses. Moving to a digital solution is thus crucial for improving efficiency and staying competitive. So let me introduce Effort, a mobile-first platform designed for seed manufacturers that provides complete visibility over the entire plant life cycle, from initial leasing of the land to the farmers through growth stages to the harvest, while also managing business operations such as financial approvals, legal compliance, inspections, customer feedback, and more. Effort thus enhances your productivity and drives profitability, empowering you to manage every phase with precision. Now, let us see how these activities can be performed on Effort. Now, as you can see, I have logged in as an Agri admin, and I would want to see all the trial requests that have been created. So for that, I'll go to the web app. And once I'm inside the web app, I'll go to the navigation menu on top left corner and I'll go to Seed to Crop Monitoring. So this screen will show me all the trial requests that have been created. Then it will tell us how many trials are in which stage of the process, like how many have been unassigned, how many are in progress, and how many have been completed. Now, if I scroll down, you can see that we have a progress bar that tells us the different steps that are involved in this process. And below that, we also have a table that will show us the data whenever a new trial request has been created. So now let us create a new trial request and let us see how it can be acted upon by different stakeholders. So to create a new trial, I'll click on add work. And here I'll fill in all the information. So first I'll select the organizer name. So the organizer is the person who interacts with the farmer, understands his requirements, and tells the seed company that this farmer is willing to sow the seed of a particular variety in a given time, and so that this company can provide these seeds to the farmer and then he can grow those seeds. Then as you saw, after selecting the organizer name, automatically his phone number and email ID was populated. This is because I have stored this information in our database and I can access this data as and when I require. Now I will select the farmer. Now this page will show me all the farmers that have been assigned to this particular organizer. And now you see his field location and the land size that he owns has been populated here. Now I will select the tentative sowing date. I'll select tomorrow's date and I will select the tentative harvest date somewhere in December. Then I'll select the crops that the farmer wants to sow. So I'll click on the plus icon and here I'll select the crop type first. So we have two different types of crops. We have field crops and we have vegetables. I'll select field crops. Then under this, we have all these crops. I'll select paddy and I'll select the quantity that the farmer is going to sow. So this is 100 kgs. Now I'll select the equipment that the farmer requires for planting the seeds. So here you can see we have a list of equipments. So first I'll select plows. I'll enter the quantity. Then to add another equipment, I'll click on the plus icon and I will select a different equipment. I'll select tractors and I'll enter the quantity. Now I'll do the same for chemicals. So as you know, growing these crops requires a lot of chemicals to control the growth of unwanted plants and also to ensure that the yields are up to the optimal level. So here I'll select the chemicals. I'll select a fertilizer and I'll enter the quantity. So this quantity is in liters. So based on this, it will tell me the total chemical cost and it has, as you can see, it has already displayed the total equipment cost. Now I will save this. Now, once I save this, you can see that a new item has been created in this table. And here you can see the system has assigned a unique ID to this request. And these are the details of this request, the name of the organizer, the land size. And now here you can see that it is showing us the next activity, which is budgeting and planning. So this activity has to be performed by the finance team. So let me log in as a finance team member and let me perform this. So as you can see, I have opened another tab, and here I'll log in with the finance team's credentials. So I'll log in with Mr. Rajesh's credentials, who is from the finance team. And once I log in, you can see that a box will appear that will show me the actions that are pending for me to take action. So I can click on this item and it will take me to this particular action. So here you can see these are the details of this request. So here it shows us the next activity and who has to perform this. Now I can see the data that was entered, like this is the request ID that has been automatically generated by the system. So each new trial request will be given a unique ID by the system. Then you can see the other details that we entered, like the name of the organizer, his contact details, and also the farmer details. And these are the requirements that we selected, the crops, equipments, and the chemicals. So now let us perform this activity. So I'll click on this button and it will show me the breakdown of the cost for the seeds, the equipment, and the chemicals. And then it will also show me the total estimated cost. Now, this person from the finance team, Mr. Rajesh, will perform an analysis and he will conclude whether pursuing this opportunity is viable for the business. And if it is viable, he will give his approval so that the legal team or the compliance team can come into the picture and sign an agreement with the farmer. So now I'll click on save. And as you can see, the next activity now is lease agreement, which is to be performed by Uday, who is from the legal team. So let me log out from here. And now let me log in as Mr. Uday. So here you can see, again, there is one item waiting for me in this pop-up. I'll go to this item and here I can perform this. So here you can see the details of the farmer, like his name, phone number, the location of the land, and the land size. So this is the lease start date. If I want to make any changes, I can make the changes, and it is showing me the duration. So the duration of the lease will be 116 days. Then this is the name of the organizer. Then here I have to say select the agreement date when this agreement was made between the farmer and the seed company, and then I can attach the relevant documents like the terms and conditions. So I can select here one or more documents and I can click on save. Now, once I save this, the next activity is a seed distribution, which has to be performed by Sunil organizer. So the organizers, since they have to work in the fields, they will have access to mobile app and they will be using their mobile app to perform these activities. So let me switch to the mobile app and show you how this can be performed. Now, as you can see, I have already installed the Effort Next mobile application on my device and I'll open this mobile app. As you can see, I have already logged in as Sunil Organizer, and as you can see, I have signed in for today. Thus, my status is active. And if you see under actions required, there is one item waiting for me to take action. So I can go to this item and it will show me the details of the trial request that was created. So here you can see the request ID, the name of the organizer, the farmer, and his land size. Now I can click on this card to see the further details. Now here, if I scroll down, you will be able to see all the data that we have collected so far, like the phone number, the email, the location of the field, and also the tentative sowing date and tentative harvest date. Okay. Then these are the crops that are needed, the equipments that are needed, and the chemicals that are needed. So now let us perform the next activity, which is seed distribution. So I'll click on seed distribution, and here it will show me the seeds that were selected at the time of creating this trial and also the quantity. So if I want, I can add remarks and I can click on save. Now, once I save this, I will have to uh, monitor the growth of this crop. So to capture the observations, I can go to observation one, and here it will open up this form wherein I can take all this information related to the paddy crop. So here everything is in percentage. So here I can enter the soil moisture level, the height of the plant in centimeters, pest and disease incidence percentage, soil nutrient levels, crop yield estimates. Then I can also upload photos from my camera. So as you can see, I'm taking the photo of my mouse for reference. Okay. So this way you can take multiple photos by just clicking on capture. Now I will take photo of this book and I'll click on OK and I'll click on save. Now if you see, it is showing us both the images. Now I'll click on save, which will take me to the next activity, which is observation. Now I'll click on observation 2 and I'll perform the same activities. I'll note down the moisture content, the plant height. Now assume that in this case, the plant has grown by 5 centimeters. The remaining fields. Now, before going to observation 3, I will raise an ad hoc request. Now, assume that the farmer needs additional pesticides or chemicals. In that case, the organizer can raise this request on the behalf of the farmer. So he can just click on ad hoc request, and then here he can select the chemicals that he requires. So I'll select fungicides and insecticides. And then against each of these chemicals, I have to enter the quantity. 25 liters, 50 liters, and then I'll select the delivery date, the date by which I expect the delivery of these chemicals. I'll select Monday and I'll click on save. Now this will go to the finance team, and only when it has been reviewed and approved by the finance team, the amount will be disbursed to the organizer so that he can forward it to the farmer. So now let me once again switch to the web app and show you how this requests can be reviewed by the finance team. So here, once again, I will log in as Mr. Rajesh, who is from the finance team. And now, as you can see, there is one item that is being displayed. I'll click on this item. And here I can review the data that has been submitted by the organizer. So I can click on perform review, and it will show me the chemicals that have been requested. So this person has requested 25 liters of fungicides, and here it will display the price of each price per liter of this fungicide and the subtotal for the requested quantity, and same for the next chemical. Then it will show me the total, which is 28,750, and then I can approve this. Now, once this is approved, the amount can be disbursed to the organizer by the finance team. So now let us once again see how the organizer can perform the remaining tasks. So I'll once again share my mobile screen. Now, once again, I'll go to the same request, and now I'll perform the observation 3. So here I'll note down all the readings. Go to photos, and I'll save this. Now, the next action will have to be performed by someone from the quality team. So basically, they have to visit this field and ensure that this crops meet the required standards. So I will now log in as Mr. Vidya, who is from the quality team. As you can see now, I am inside Mr. Vidya's login, and there is again one item waiting for me to take action. I'll click on this item, I'll go to this card, and I'll perform the quality check. So here it will show me the crop details. Then here I'll note down the germination rate, the purity, moisture content, physical damage, diseases and infestation, and I will upload the photos. Then I can note down the issues that I've identified. Okay. If there is no issue, I can write it as none. Then I can also select the actions required, and then I can either mark this as passed or failed. So here I'll select passed and I'll click on save. Now, once this has been marked as passed by the uh, quality person, it can be harvested. So now I will go to the organizer's login for the one last time, and I'll perform the harvest activity. Now I'll go to the same item, and this time I'll select harvest. Then at the time of taking the readings, I'll have to enter this data. That is the quantity harvested. Enter 1500 kgs, and also the quality of the harvest. And then I can enter the storage location. Let's say Hyderabad warehouse. And then I'll select the mode of transport. Then once I click on save, this request or this trial will come to a completion. So now our work on the mobile app is done. So now let us go to the web app and let us see what all data was captured by our employees. And let us also have a look at some of the dashboards that offer us valuable insights into this process. Now I will refresh this page, and as you can see, the status of this trial has changed to completed. Now, if I click on the eye icon, I will be able to see all the data that was captured during each of the individual steps. So here you can see the progress bar. So these are the steps that were part of this process. Okay. Now, if I scroll down, you can see the details that we entered at the time of creating this trial. And then at the bottom, you can see there is a section that shows us the total activities that were performed. If I expand this section, it will show me the data that was captured for each of these activities. Okay. So first, the finance team did budgeting and planning. Then the legal team signed an agreement with the farmer, and these are the details. Then the seeds were distributed by the organizer to the farmer. And here you can see we have the location of the organizer. So whenever an employee performs any activity from the mobile app, the app captures his location, okay, along with the date and time to ensure that there is accountability. Then he took observation one, and this was his observation. Then observation two, then he raised an ad hoc request for these two chemicals, and then he noted down observation three. Then the quality check was performed by Mr. Vidya, and then the crops were harvested. So this is the entire process. So now if I come to the home screen, you can see that we also have a dashboard that tells us how many trials are in which stage of the process. So here it tells us that there are three processes that have been completed. And if you click on any one of these numbers, it will take you to those particular trials and it will show you the associated details. So this is how you can create a new trial request from the web app, and how different stakeholders or teams like the finance team, the legal team, and also the quality team can leverage this platform along with the organizers to uh, streamline the process of seed to crop monitoring. So embrace seamless plant lifecycle management with effort and elevate your seed to crop operations to the next level. Contact us or sign up to learn more. Thank you.